Okay, folks, there is a lot going on right now. It is hard trying to keep track of it all, but let's go ahead and try to run through this information really quickly. So, as you guys know, earlier today, Iran responded to America's attack on their nuclear sites by sending off some ballistic missiles towards a U.S. Air Force base in Qatar. Now, after this attack, in record time, very impressive stuff, somehow, some way, Trump negotiated a ceasefire deal between Iran and Israel. Now, this is great news. This is the type of stuff I want to hear. After all, this entire time, my point has been that I do not want to get dragged into a foreign war. I don't want to get dragged into anyone else's problems. I don't want to be sending all of this money to foreign countries, just like with Ukraine. I want to be America first. I want to handle America's problems first. We got so many issues here that have been created by weak leadership before Trump. So I was hoping that Trump can kind of clean up some of our problems here in America before worrying about what's going on overseas. So the ceasefire deal was great news. But the only problem is this. The ceasefire deal does not really rely on Trump. Sure, Trump can come in and negotiate a deal, but we have to rely on both Israel and Iran to honor that deal. Now, as Trump was announcing this deal to the world, saying, hey, there's going to be peace. I talked to Benjamin Netanyahu. I told him, hey, you need to calm down. We want peace now. I did what you guys wanted. I wiped out the nuclear sites. Now we got to chill this stuff out because I don't want to get dragged into another forever war. Well, as Trump is announcing to the world that he worked out this peace deal and this ceasefire, whatever you want to call it, mind you, the ceasefire was supposed to start hours after his announcement. But literally as he's announcing it to the world, Israel started launching new fresh attacks on Iran. Okay? They sent out a notice literally as Trump is announcing. As soon as Trump releases the information that he worked out a ceasefire at the exact same time, Israel sends out a notice that they're about to attack Iran again and basically puts people on Iran, in certain areas of Iran on notice that, hey, you might want to evacuate because attacks are incoming. So the optics are terrible there. But the weird thing is, as Trump is saying, hey, I worked out the ceasefire agreement, we haven't really heard too much about that from the people that are actually involved in this ceasefire. And what we're hearing from Iran totally conflicts what Trump is saying. Now, I'm not saying that Iran is someone that we need to trust, but if they're supposed to be in some sort of ceasefire, it's concerning when one member in this ceasefire is saying, hey, there's no ceasefire. We don't know what anyone's talking about. But that is exactly what officials are reporting in Iran. So we're getting just so many conflicting messages here. There's information that is being shared here in America that is not the same information that is being shared in Israel, and is not the same information that is being shared in Iran. And Iran, all over Iran state media, maybe they're doing this to save face, maybe they're just lying to their people. Who knows? All I can tell you is what they're saying. And they're saying that there is no ceasefire deal. And folks, right now, as I'm sitting down recording this, our bases in Iraq that house U.S. soldiers are under attack as we speak. So this ceasefire that everyone is celebrating, I don't know how well this will hold up. But what I do know is a little bit about history. These ceasefire deals in the Middle East, they never hold up. The Middle East is never at peace. And Trump messed up. He kind of shot himself in the foot because when he announced this ceasefire, he said it is an unlimited ceasefire that he believes will last forever and ever, and that Iran and Israel will never attack each other again. And literally, as he's doing an interview with CBS saying this, Israel is dropping bombs on Iran. Now everyone's going to say, you got to wait 6 hours, you got to wait this many hours. Folks, if you know anything about the Middle East, you know these ceasefire deals get worked out all of the time. I'm not trying to take any credit from Trump. What Trump did was impressive. I'm not someone that hates Trump. I'm someone that is anti-war, just like most of you all were 3 days ago before you decided to flip the script. Now everyone's acting like the ceasefire is something that they can rub in people's faces, like you could rub the ceasefire in my face, when my whole entire point this entire time is that we shouldn't go to war, while y'all were gung-ho for regime change in Iran just yesterday. So I don't want to hear any of that. I want the ceasefire to work. The only problem is, you can look at the history of Israel and Iran. They back out on their ceasefires all the time. And like I said, Iran right now is claiming that there is no ceasefire. Let's take a look at what this one Iranian official is saying. As Iran has repeatedly made clear, Israel launched war on Iran, not the other way around. As of now, there is no agreement on any ceasefire or cessation of military operations. However, provided that the Israeli regime stops its illegal aggression against the Iranian people no later than 4 a.m. Tehran time, we have no intention to continue our response afterwards. The final decision on the cessation of our military operations will be made later. So he's saying that there's really no agreement going on right now, but they're willing to basically agree if Israel stops attacking them. But right now, Israel is currently still attacking them, and it looks like either Iran directly or maybe Iranian proxies, who knows, someone is launching drones at U.S. bases in Iraq, not just one, not just two, not just three, but at the time of this recording, 4 bases have been struck by drones in Iraq. They're claiming that they have taken out some expensive equipment. And like I said, this is what the claim is. They are reporting that they have destroyed multiple air defense radar systems at these U.S. bases throughout Iraq. What is being reported right now is that a one-way drone strike has reportedly targeted Balad Air Base north of Baghdad. There was also a drone attack earlier on Camp Taji and the Camp Victory complex. There were also 2 explosions at Balad, located in the Salah ad-Din province. So there's little attacks happening all over Iraq. We do currently have troops stationed in Iraq. There's no telling how Trump will respond to this. There's no telling what's going to happen from here. But the ceasefire, it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. And if you want me to be honest with you all, people will cry, but I'm here to tell you the truth, not what you want to hear. And I've been right this entire time about this situation. This ceasefire, I don't think it's going to hold up. Mainly because, and that's not to disrespect the deal that was made today, but Iran and Israel have been attacking each other for years. This has been going on for longer than I've even been on this planet. So to think that it's all of a sudden going to stop today, I mean, it's wishful thinking. I hope it's true, but it's kind of hard to believe that, all of this is suddenly going to stop in a few hours when we have bases under attack in Iraq, we have attacks happening in Iran, and who knows what may be launched at Israel today. So there's just too much going on for me to sit here and look you guys in the face on this video and confidently tell you that, there's nothing to worry about, we're in the clear, it's all over. Because I don't believe it's all over. As far as this ceasefire goes, I think that some time will be taken for Israel to replenish their, ammunition for their air defense systems and all of that. Iran will go and get some more ballistic missiles. They'll get some more drones. And then they'll be right back at it again. And what's very concerning is as this ceasefire is, supposed to start taking place, there have been some flights coming into Iran directly from China. Some big planes, folks. And I don't know if If Iran is transporting some of that uranium that is missing, I don't know if they're transporting that on these planes. I don't know what's going on. But if you ask me, it looks like there's some weapons deliveries going on. Because remember, folks, Iran does have allies. These allies haven't really been there for them in the way that maybe they should have been, at least when it comes to their agreements. But, I don't think that Russia is opposed to, supplying Iran with some weapons. I think Putin actually mentioned something about that recently. And China has had some of these mysterious flights coming in lately. Some unusual activity. So, I don't know, folks. It doesn't look good. I have to be honest with you all. Right now, it's not looking good. I mean, it sounds good as far as the ceasefire goes, but seeing these large flights, these large aircrafts coming in directly from Shanghai and Beijing, these Airbus 8340s just landing right there in Iran, it just makes me think that, this is not over. This is basically a small, little period where everyone's kind of going to regroup and then, see what comes next. But hopefully, fingers crossed, this ends here. Hopefully, I don't have to make another video about this. But right now, it sucks to have to say this because I don't think we should even be here right now. But pray for our troops because things ain't looking too good. And that has to go for other situations happening in the world too, not just what's happening in Iran. But for now, you guys let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.